Hello, 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 hello. How you guys doing this evening? This is Night Talk Uncensored, honey. It is. So if it's trending, messy, or got the internet in shambles, we're going to talk about it. The tea is hot. The options are reckless. This is Night Talk Uncensored. Hey, somebody about to get talked about. Welcome to Night Talk Uncensored. So, honey, if you are one of these people that gets caught in their feelings, this ain't the show for you. Okay? So we about to talk about it. And the things that's been burning up the internet this day, since yesterday, is all about Minneapolis. And let's say her name. And her name is Renee Good. Now, I've been on here watching the internet and looking at the, was it MSNBC? Or is it MS Now? Watch the frame by frame shots of the video where this woman's life was taken for no reason. And I'm here to talk about it. Because ICE out here playing. They ain't playing, rather. They ain't playing, and it looks like they can do everything with immunity. They don't have to worry about anything. This lady was straight out, taken out in cold blood. So let's go over, we're going to look at some things here. And let's talk about it, because this is something that we would not have had imagined anything like this. Nothing like this at all. This has been a total chaos since he's been in. So let's talk real talk here. We're not going to sugarcoat nothing. We're going to talk straight truths. And if your feelings get hurt, so be it. Because this time, we can't play no games. We got to get the word out, and let's talk about it. Okay, so we're going to start with, let's see here. Let me get on back to the part. I thought I had a little shoot. Well, here, this one here. Is it I want the one with the video on it. Okay. So, how many videos is this? Is it? No. Look, I called myself getting ready. But evidently, let's go here. I think I saved it on another page, but it was totally unbelievable what happened. You know what? I'm just going to share from, let's see here. Let's do it from another page, because I got the video I want to show. Let's see here. The video, it shows kind of like a frame by frame of what that ICE agent did. And it was horrible. And to see, I would not imagine nothing like this. And if a cop would have did something like this, first of all, they've been taken off the beat. They couldn't be out here, just still on the street. They would have to pull them off or something. But no, I think this man is still out there, honey. And they feel empowered to keep doing what they're doing because they know that there's nothing going to happen to them. They feel totally entitled. And this is kind of like the day of the, I call it patty rollers. The patty rollers out there rolling and patrolling. So here, I will put this video up and we can, is this it? Hold on. No, it's a video. So we're going to go here. So let's give it a share screen. Because I wanted to show it. So here we go. And it's about 6 minutes long. I wish it was bigger than this, but oh well.
Which took about 15 minutes of her just sitting there, but no life-saving measures were even attempted. ICE had all their vehicles parked there, and so the ambulance couldn't get through. They had to park at the end of the block and walk in. So about 5 EMS paramedics came, and then they, I assume, administered care, whatever, examined her, and at that point, they carried her out by her limbs. She was completely limp. They didn't have a stretcher. She was just carried out like a stack of potatoes.
That is a witness who lives on the street wearing a...
So she was carried out like a sack of potatoes. Y'all hear that? They would not let the ambulance up the street. So they had to get this woman up out of the car and just throw her over their shoulders. Because ICE wouldn't let them down there. There was a physician that was out there, and ICE wouldn't even let the physician who was on the block right there on the scene to even come over there to even check the woman. They had to go over and get the woman once the ambulance got there, take her back away from there, and then put her on the ground and do CPR. I'm going to let you see it.
ICE agent shot and killed a woman in her car yesterday in Minneapolis. Welcome to the 4th hour of Morning Joe at 6 a.m. on the West Coast, 9 a.m. in the East.
And it's 8 o'clock in Minneapolis. And we begin this hour with the latest developments out of Minnesota and that fatal shooting of a woman in her vehicle by an ICE officer. We're going to walk you now through what the video shows happened. Video, we should warn you, that is disturbing. We will note that we don't know yet what happened before the camera began recording. So, first, the video starts with a gray SUV speeding off and then a gray truck pulling up to the left side of the maroon SUV. 2 officers get out of the truck and approach the SUV, Honda Pilot, with one of them abruptly pulling on the driver's door handle. The driver then puts the car in reverse, appearing to try to turn away from the scene. You're seeing it in slow motion now. That's when another officer approaches the front of the vehicle. You then see the officer in front of the car fire a shot into the windshield.
You see the glass go up?
As the driver continues to turn to the right, the officer is now to the side of the vehicle. He then fires 2 more shots into the driver's side window as the car simply moves past the officers. It's not clear from the videos if the vehicle makes contact with the officer, and there is no indication of whether or not the woman had interactions with ICE agents earlier. After the shots were fired, the driver accelerates and crashes into parked cars near the curb and a light pole. After the crash, the agent who fired point-blank range through an open driver's side window, walks to the vehicle, and then walks away and tells other agents to call 911.
So additional video shows ICE agents refusing to allow a physician who happened to be at the scene in the moment access to the victim before EMS arrived. Watch.
Can I go check a pulse? No! Back up! Now! I'm a physician! I understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics. Where are they? Where are they?
Local media reports that when an ambulance got to the scene, ICE agents did not allow the crew to get close to the victim's car. Instead, video shows EMS pulling her out of the vehicle, walking to the end of the street where they began performing CPR on her, then getting her on a stretcher and into an ambulance.
There's a moving image of the front seat of the vehicle.
Look at that.
the airbag deployed, covered in blood. The glove compartment open, the woman's stuffed animals for her child inside. Here's what Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said about the shooting as videos of the incident were just emerging and the investigation was just then getting underway.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased.
The secretary didn't wait for the investigation, and very little of what she said there was true. In a social media post, President Trump also called the shooting an act of self-defense. Trump writing in part, the woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer.
Later in the day, in an interview with the New York Times, President Trump was asked about yesterday's shooting, and here's how the Times describes it. Quote, as a slow-motion surveillance video of the shooting played on the laptop, we told him that this angle did not appear to show an ICE officer had been run over. Well, Mr. Trump said, the way I look at it, it's a terrible scene, Mr. Trump said at the end of the video. I think it's horrible to watch. No, I hate to see it. But did this fatal shooting mean his ICE operation had gone too far? Mr. Trump sidestepped the question, instead blaming his predecessor's immigration policies. Mr. Trump's willingness to make a near immediate conclusion about the deadly shooting appeared to be at odds with one of his own senior advisors. Tom Homan, Mr. Trump's border czar, told CBS News that he would not make a judgment call on the video circulating on social media of the shooting. Let the investigation play out, Mr. Homan said, and hold people accountable based on the investigation. Take a listen.
The investigation just started.
Just started. You say you can't comment on the video, which many Americans are seeing and reacting to.
I'm not going to make a judgment call on one video when there's 100 viewers out there. I wasn't on the scene. I'm not an officer that may have body cam video. It'd be unprofessional to comment on what I think happened in that situation. Let the investigation play out and hold people accountable based on the investigation.
With us, we have MS Now National Security.
Okay, so we'll share this one right here.
Why are women everywhere choosing Abby X?
No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my fucking God! What the fuck? What the fuck? You just fucking, what the fuck did you do? Get the fuck out of our neighborhood.
Department of Homeland Security official says a woman was shot in the face by ICE. That spokesperson said the incident was vehicle ramming related. Eyewitnesses on the ground are saying in viral social media videos that they say this woman was in her car when an officer tried to open the door, and then she was trying to leave the scene when the shot went off. And
I like to know what gives him the right, without a warrant or anything, to come messing with your car door. This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm 53. I just ain't never seen a time like this. I never have. This is ridiculous. You know, they say elections have consequences. This election is causing deaths. It's ridiculous. No one would have ever made me thought, let's go back 10 years, you know, that we would be living in a world like we're living in. And I don't know, and I don't care. All you MAGA hat, red wearing motherfuckers, you cannot think this is okay. And if you do, you are some kind of vile person. I mean, just extremely vile. Who thinks it's okay? A human life is gone because of what? Because we don't want to talk about the Epstein files? Is that it? Because you know, everything's about distraction with him. Everything. Distract, 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 chaos, chaos, chaos. And this is the shit we get. And everybody who's running around here talking about, well, she should have, she should have stayed in her own business. You know, those MAGA hats are saying that. You know, the brainwashed ones that think this motherfucker is doing everything okay. You know, I go down in different book groups, and I'm sitting here like, are we living in two alternate realities? Shit is getting fucked up for real. And since when does the president hold the purse strings and tells where the money gonna go? That's Congress' job. He's stopping money. Let's go on over here and look at that. I mean, this mofo is doing a whole bunch of shit. And the people, because I said it would be funny if they was to withhold those funds. It wouldn't be funny, but if so, the funds that they're withholding in the blue states, if they started withholding those funds in the red states, it'd be a lot of them MAGA hat wearing motherfuckers out here crying. Let's go here. Here we go. It says Trump administration is freezing $10 billion in social services and child care in 5 Democratic-led states: California, Colorado, Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. This here is coming from the Neighborhood Talk. It says, neighbors, this is crazy. Parents in 5 states are seemingly in for a rude awakening as the Trump administration prepares to put a damper on child care. According to CNN, the Trump administration is blocking $10 billion with a B in federal funding for social services and child care in 5 Democratic-led states, including on the list, includes on the list is, like I said, California, Colorado, Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. Where they got ICE going? There you have it. The reasons is potential fraud, according to the Department of Health and Human Services. The freeze includes more than $7 billion with a B for temporary assistance in needy families. I mean, this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Let me keep reading. Let's see here. $7 billion with a B for temporary assistance for needy families programs. Over $2 billion for child care and development funds, and about $870 million from the social service block grants. HHS has not presented evidence of widespread misuse. Officials in several states say they have not been formally notified. Illinois called the action politically motivated, while New York Governor Katie Hochul pledged to fight the freeze, emphasizing that the children should not be caught in political disputes. Allegations in Minnesota come from a YouTube video claiming that Somali-run child care centers misuse federal funds through authorities, though authorities say they there were little evidence to support the claims. So this was set from this past Monday. That's when this guy decided to do this. So much for children are the future, honey. So much for the people who want, they so pro-life. He wouldn't dare do this in a place like Texas, Oklahoma, Tennessee. And places like that, hell no. Them poor motherfuckers would be upset. So, thinking about Trump said he ain't giving Diddy no pardon. He said he's not considering one. We'll see. We'll see. Because they say one thing and do something else. So we'll see. Also, in more political news, the Affordable Care Act. It says House votes with both parties to stop Affordable Care Act premium hikes for millions of Americans. Now, honey, this damn thing, they were going to let the subsidies run out. All in the name of just killing the Obamacare. So they could probably rebrand it and package it, call it Trump Care. But this is a group of lawmakers in the House voted this week to help keep health insurance from getting more expensive for millions of Americans. The House passed a bill by a vote of 230 to 196 that brings back the tax credit that lowers monthly costs for the Affordable Care Act health plans. All Democrats supported, along with 17 Republicans, who said letting the help expire would raise insurance bills for people back home. Of course it will, because it was supposed to expire in December, December 31st. Some people bills were going up. One person, I think they said that their bill went up to like almost $3,000. I know Funky Dineva said his is over, I think it was over $1,000 a month for his health insurance for a single person. He has money. A lot of people don't. So, the subsidies would help take care of, so you would have such a high premium. And it was based off of your tax return. So usually if you went to the marketplace and got some kind of insurance plan based on your income, then that is where your subsidy would be. And sometimes it would, if you made more than what they thought did at the end of the year, like for 2025, if you made more money than they thought you were, and you weren't supposed to get as much in a subsidy, then when you file a tax, if you had a refund coming back, then they would take some of that. It wouldn't take some. It just would calculate in your tax return, basically. So it could cause you to owe or get less money back if you had made more. But still, that subsidy that was there for people, the poor and middle class. That's what it is there for. So it's about damn time. Because I'm like, what the hell is Congress doing? We can't blame this shit on the Democrats because the Republicans is in charge of the executive branch, the legislative branch. You might as well say into the Supreme Court too. So the judicial branch. So it's real windy out tonight. So let me get on here a little bit and talk my shit about this daggone number 47 and all the bullshit he got running around here. It's a lot. It's a lot. And sometimes my mind can't even comprehend how the hell did we get here? It's a lot. It is truly a lot. We sit back and, we hope to do better than our parents and our grandparents. And I feel like we done went back to the almost damn 1800, 1899 or some shit. Because we got to walk around with the passports and everything. Because me and my son, we were discussing this evening about, because at first, we heard about the shooting in Minnesota. And I was like, it damn sure can't be no white woman. And what the hell? It's a white blonde haired woman that got, I assumed it was not. I said, well, if they ain't safe, the rest of us ain't safe. So I was telling my son, because he was like, how are they going about doing it? I said, well, they just picking up people, fucking with people. I said, shoot, because if they're going in the area where they think, oh, there's a lot of Haitians, and they revoke their status or whatever kind of status they had before, how can they tell the difference from a Haitian and an African American or a Black American? How can you tell? You can't. I said, they'll start coming around messing with people they think from Jamaica or somewhere they ain't got a green card or whatever. They snuck over here. And they start fucking with people with dreads. Look, they say, oh, she might be, because like you're going to get one of these shows where I'm going to be here, there, and everywhere. But you'll get it. There was a guy, he was a Somalian. He is a Somalian. And he was sitting at the airport because he does Uber by day. Well, he was just sitting there and the ICE came up to him and wanted to know, like, was he born here? He was like, what? And he gave them the business. They say he's an Uber by day, but probably a lawyer by night. But he gave them the business. So I got to say nothing to you. He got to talking to him about he's like, the little badges they had on. They had like CO2 or something. It was something weird. He said, how I know you're for real agent? And you got to come over here. He said, I'm on my job like you're supposed to be on yours. He's like, I'm in my car waiting on someone. You got to come. And they said, well, I can see you have an accent. He said, what does that mean? He's like, are you just fucking with people because they Black or what? So I'm like, this is a different time. People, it's a different time. Be careful out there. That's all I got to say. Be careful. Because at first, how we thought, oh, they coming for the Hispanics and all that. Honey, no, they fucking up the game. You see, Stephen Miller got there, said they're going to try to even take fucking Greenland. I'm like, so what, we going to get kicked out of NATO? Because if we're doing all this with Venezuela and going to try to take Greenland, are we no better than Russia? What they doing with Ukraine? Hell no. Want to, but then they go and send bombs or whatever over in Nigeria. All this is about their resources. Venezuela got oil, and whatever resources they got over there in the motherland, they want to take, and that's what they're trying to do. They want to take what's over there. What did they used to do? Come in, try to take over countries. That's what they did, That's how we all ended up over here. They came in and colonialized, and what happened? They said our Black asses over here. We probably got captured. Other tribes helped. Probably was feuding over there. Everybody don't like everybody. It's just hell. We don't like everybody as it is. But yeah, so let me get on here before the night is over with, and so I'm going to talk about a couple things, and then I try to get on here every night about 11. I think that's going to be my time, between 10:30 and 11, because usually when my brain is probably not so bad, but depends on, seems like my internet is slowing down. Oh, God. I don't know. Frontier, you on your last leg here. Y'all charging me $300 some damn dollars a month, and I feel like I'm not moving correctly. So, this is Night Talk Uncensored. Y'all can come in. We can We can have a lot of fun. I don't know what just happened. And we're going to talk shit. I don't know if y'all can still hear me. Because something that happened here, I don't even see myself on the damn thing. The hell going on with my internet? I don't know. Honey, I don't even know. That's for some reason. I don't know if y'all can hear me. For some reason, this live is messing up. That's bad enough when me and Brandy was on. Somehow I hit the damn I hit the mute button and had it muted for like 20 minutes. I'm like, Happy New Year, motherfucker. You over here fucking up bad. I don't know what just did happen over here, but somehow it's messing up. So what I am going to do, I'm going to go ahead and end this live. And hopefully, I don't know, maybe you guys can hear me or maybe you can't. I don't know. But I'll try to be back every night between 10:30 and 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we can talk about all the messy hot topics. I wanted to get Trump out of my system. So therefore, when I get in and do the deep dives of all the messy shit that's going on, we can sit back and laugh, have a good time. But honey, if you're going to catch feelings, this ain't the place to be. It is not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bid you guys a good night and be ready for the same mess on the next episode. Sleep on it or don't. We'll be back with more of the chaos, messy, hot tea. And that's going to be our Night Talk Uncensored. Y'all have a great night or morning. Go ahead and get you some. I'm about to. Good night, everybody.